Well, good evening, everybody across Canada, for game number 1 of the Western Session, brought to you by host school Edge, who are kicking things off with a doozy of a matchup against two-time NPA champion, Canada Topflight Academy. Ottawa versus Calgary, coming to you live. Jason Tom here alongside Elias Sabate, Director of National Scouting for North Pole Hoops. We have a tremendous amount of talent on the floor this evening, don't we?
Yes, sir, and it's good to be back, first of all, in Calgary, Alberta, home of a hotbed of talent, and this matchup here is going to show just that. You got talent from all over the world, actually, on both of these rosters, but a lot of the homegrown talent is on Edge.
And that was Callum Swanton Rogers, one of the homegrown talents, class of 2022. Big man winning the tip.
National team member, played for Coach Kirby Shep.
The voice you'll be hearing is that of Adam Huffman, head coach of Edge School, who is sitting directly to my left. Apologize in advance for some of the sarcastic humor that may come across, but he is also very much focused on this game with his squad wanting to show how they can match up against, I guess we would call the favorite heading into this NPA season.
You could say that for sure. 14-1 team on the season, two-time national championship, 2 out of 3 seasons so far. Here's the 4th. They got a really good chance to take it this year as well. And this matchup right here, off the inbound, Tho Beal matched up with Moon Reith. That's going to be one we'll be talking about all game long. Similar physical makeup here, similar skill set as well, dynamic. There's the pull-up jumper.
Now, Quo Agua out for the season for Edge School, and he was outstanding in the Winnipeg session. So we'll be looking at Tho Beal being able to step in a little bit. Easy foul call there on the kid, Swanton Rogers. He fouls Joe Malongo, another player who we are very much looking forward to seeing what he can do in this session. Joe Malongo, give me a little history about his basketball background and what you expect to see.
Well, first off, sleeper alert. Let the alarm sound. This kid has definitely got game. He's being looked at by a lot of the high major, if you will, U sports programs, and he will garner Division I interest. There's no doubt about that. This is a guy who can get it done off the dribble. He can create his own shot, create for teammates, and he, over the holidays, won them a tournament downtown Toronto playing against Father Henry Carr.
Picking up an assist there to the trifecta from Enoch Kalambe. And Malongo was just playing local high school ball in Ottawa last year, was he not?
That's right. That's right. Got picked up by this squad. He's attended a bunch of all-star events as well in Ottawa, and they took interest. And there was a real need on CTA for a PG. I mean, fill in the shoes of Dragan Stajic. Those are big shoes to fill, man.
Definitely a point guard pedigree from the CTA squad when you look back in the history of CTA, and in transition, Kalambe loses it on his way up. Ankit Chowdhury, one of the best shooters in the nation,
Definitely. He's right up there. Who else can we list? Ankit. Yeah, no, he's the best shooter in the country. If you're looking for a spot-up coaches, you got to be looking at this guy shooting a very high clip.
Couple early fouls here. Always a bit of a battle traveling from Ottawa, getting off the plane, trying to work out the kinks and get on the floor right away. And there is Amir Rahimzad checking in from the land beyond. Edge up too early.
There's been a lot of curious coaches when it comes to Amir. His process has been very challenging, to say the least. Coming back off a pretty major knee injury, and he's back to 100% now thanks to this training staff here at Edge Prep.
And this is what I'm excited for both of these teams. The defense that both of these teams play is going to be very impressive to watch.
I mean, outside of Ankit right now, there is no player on the floor below 6'4".
Yeah, and this is another big body that we're looking forward to seeing, Luz Coulibaly. There he is trying to come through with a tip dunk. No good. I think CTA is still trying to get their legs underneath them a bit here in the opening minutes. Nice pass. Gahir finds Alan Spoonhunter. No good. Transition now. Reith loses it. Drive, kick, Chowdhury. Drive into the paint, kick out. Moon Reith taking it hard to the hole. Tip in. No good. Edge doing a good job of trying to match the height and length of this CTA squad.
A lot of penetrating and dishing from CTA, and guys are moving off the ball, able to get themselves free. Ooh, sweet spin.
Thobiel, one of the players that I think we expected a little bit more out of in Winnipeg, but this Edge school still trying to find themselves a lot of new bodies. The CTA has their first substitution of the game. Teslock Luke checking in.
Hey, I need everyone rebounding on this end. Every guy, get your hands off.
The official's going to tell him to tuck in his jersey. It's what I appreciate about these Alberta officials, always on top of the uniformity that is expected at this level of basketball.
And this squad of officials right here is high level. A lot of these guys doing college games, one of them doing NBA games as well in the G League, working their way up the ladder.
Yeah, some great conversations here, you know, when we travel out across the country, wanting to try to find the same officiating province to province to allow our players the opportunity and not have anything taken away from them by different officiating in every province. And the Alberta group here coming through strong, and there's a steal. Malungo, easy finish. Spoonhunter running off the screen. Spoonhunter, you know, I'm really excited to see what Alan Spoonhunter does in this session. Talking to him before this session, basketball IQ at an all-time high for Alan Spoonhunter right now.
For sure, and he's able to play both guard positions. He could play the point, he could play the two, but one thing he does extremely well is spot up and pop.
Ooh, sent back by Moon Reith. Rahimzad, pump fake.
Strong use of fundamentals from Rahimzad. Product of Iran, played on the national team. And blessings to everyone in Iran right now. Things are getting heated. We hope that those world issues get resolved as quickly as possible. I know that for a kid who's from there, you know, that stuff back home definitely affects him.
Tied at 9 here in the early going. Game 1 of 9 throughout this session. We run right through until Sunday. And we have 3 Ontario teams. Royal Crown from Toronto, GTA Prep will be coming at you after this game against our squad from Winnipeg, North Star Preparatory Institute. Some great matchups coming your way. All of them can be found on NorthPoleHoops.com. Thank you for joining us. I want to say hello to all the post-secondary coaches that are watching online.
And that was Moon Reith from the corner, and although he hasn't hit a 3 yet, I really like the lack of hesitancy to shoot them. I want to see him fire off anything that's open. He has that confidence. He has that shooting ability. It's just a matter of getting in the rhythm.
Edge cycling through their guys quickly. Matthew Bryant checking in. Another guy who they're without is Dylan Holst, out for about a month with an injury. And he provided a ton of firepower off the bench. He's going to be missed. Tied at 9 here. Almost at the midway point of this first quarter. We got 2 games coming at you tonight. 7 o'clock local time, 9 back in the east. North Star versus GTA Prep. Moon Reith has not been able to find his touch here. Definitely some different sight lines in this gym as well. And that's an easy call. Dragged his foot. Malongo got tons of length defending him right now. Great look. Malongo dropping dimes. And it was Luth Koulibaly picking up the loose change. Serge Gahir to Thobiel. Ooh, those passes have been picked off or nearly picked off a number of times, and Beal just fired that ball out of bounds, saying it was deflected. I do not think that was the case. Well, exactly what we expected here in this first quarter as we have ourselves a tight game.
It's probably going to be neck and neck the whole way. This is CTA's first game of the season, especially having Luth in the mix.
I love this kid with the ball right now, Xavier Spencer. I know he aired it out, but when you think a 2023, I know you love him. And I mean, every game I see him play, I'm excited.
Boatload of potential there on Spencer.
Set back by Beal. You can't take it up soft with Beal around the rim, but nothing soft about Koulibaly. Good sportsmanship there, being helped up. I think both of these squads were very excited to play each other in game number one. And what's even better is this is the first of two matchups this season, with the other matchup coming on CTA's home floor during the Ottawa session. Our Ottawa session taking place at the end of February.
Here's the young Spencer you were talking about. Stopped his dribble a little too soon.
Gahir up top, calling out the play.
And for those who aren't aware, Gahir is a Division I commit to Cal Baptist out of British Columbia. Played on the Drive basketball program throughout the summer. There's Beal knocking it down, showing his versatility outside.
Yeah, he has some nice arc on that shot. And when it goes down, it looks pretty. Both these teams really not on the same page, as we're going to get our first timeout of the game. 3:41 to go. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back.
The North Pole Hoops Blueprint is a multi-layered system for Canadian basketball talent to maximize their potential from grade 5 all the way to the NBA. NPH works in partnership with the community, including the national provincial governing bodies, as well as club programs to maximize scholarship opportunities. The NPH Showcase Circuit is your opportunity to learn the blueprint while joining the NPH family. Canadian National Invitational Tournament in July brings a team-focused evaluation platform. The CNIT brings 100-plus top-tier clubs from around the world to compete for the national crown. Student athletes continue their journey to the next level as North Pole Hoops invites the network of prep and post-secondary programs to evaluate talent live and direct. As the summer comes to a close, high school season remains a lasting component to a student athlete's pathway. Players who thrive in high school are recruited by prep programs to continue pursuing the next level in a competitive environment.
To the action here, Edge basketball. Three-quarter press is on for CTA.
Gahir. Down low, Rahimzad. Nice move, just a little short on the paint touch. I love that serving up on the bounce pass, getting it right into the shooter's pocket, but Tutu is no good.
And Tutu, the brother of U Sports national champion Munis Tutu's playing for Carleton right now. And Carleton, no surprise,
Yep.
top of the league yet again.
Callum Swanton-Rogers showing the age, still kind of getting used to his body. Call for a travel down low. Probably not something that's going to happen a year from now. Man, Malongo is so on target with those bounce passes in the paint. I think as the CTA squad continues to play more alongside each other, they are going to be dangerous as the season progresses. Alan Spoonhunter checking in for Serge Gahir. Very interesting to talk to Spoonhunter before the game, talking about how they can mix and match in the backcourt. I mean, so interesting to hear him talk about how they attack defenses depending on actually the height of the player defending the two positions, and the fact that they can switch off for each other at the point guard spot.
And there's a ton of versatility on both squads. A lot of guys that can bring up the ball, a lot of guys that can shoot off the bounce. I mean, you look at Edge's roster, you got Tho can create for himself, Amir can, Serge can, Spoonhunter can, and the same thing on the other side. That's why this game is I feel like it's gonna be tight pretty much the whole way. You got a 3-1 Edge, picked up 3 W's out in Winnipeg. Good drop-off pass.
Yeah. And you see now without Quoagua, who is going to fill the spot when it comes to rebounding? It has to be Amir Rahimzad. We saw him work around the perimeter a little bit in Winnipeg. We understand why, but he really needs to live downstairs. Look at the size on Coulibaly. Big 4'4" in the middle of your screen.
Things are about to open back up for him from a recruitment standpoint as well. Had an offer on the table, and he was about to take a visit actually to Boston University. They ended up getting a commitment 1 week prior to his visit, so that was canceled. That offer's off the table, but there's a lot of interest in the America East, the Patriot League. So look out for Luth picking up some Division I offers real soon. Obviously, everyone at U Sports, the high academic programs, also showing interest there.
Very interesting there on the pass charge called. Ankit Chowdhury picked up the foul, and on the inbounds, a quick trap, and all of a sudden CTA gets the ball back as Edge steps out of bounds. You know, we talk a lot about offense, but the defense on these two teams, and we can see it, we just sit at 14-11 here in the early going. The teams watching from home in the NPA, take note of what you're seeing defensively out here, as these are two elite level teams when it comes to D.
Teams at home are studying, watching, getting ready to play these two teams if they haven't met them yet. And then you got a team in attendance who's doing some of their own studying.
Oh, look at Xavier Spencer. Just needs to find his range, but you see the work he's been putting in, the skill work. Chowdhury.
Looked a little off the mark even before the release.
Ooh, that was
a little bit of a
lucky
bump.
Bounce. Spoonhunter comes out with it. The fresh cut. Bringing it up court. Spencer now. He has trimmed down tremendously.
Yeah. That's look, this is the position he's going to be playing.
Yep.
He's a guy who's going to be living on the wing, whether it's on or off the ball as a point guard or a two guard.
Look at Chowdhury's defense. Yeah, Rahimzad called for the foul on the body there. Edge with a 3-point lead. CTA just hasn't been able to find it from range as of yet, but the minute they start being able to cash in from downtown, this game's going to turn around in a hurry. Coulibaly, baseline move, up and under finish.
And the press is on. This is one thing that CTA really lives with, and here it is.
That.
Oof.
And picking up the foul.
That might be on Edge.
Yeah, it is. Matt Bryant just had the ball ripped out of his hands and then picks up the foul.
Great call by the ref there.
Shooting that one? Yeah.
And just like that, CTA is going to go to the line. We're in the bonus.
Are we switching our team fouls on the sides right now? Thank you.
Luke at the line, coming off the bench for this squad. Hits the first. Been calling a lot of G League games this year, and I'm used to the 1 shot for 2 point rule. I love it, but I'm always confused on how that affects statistical records. Spoon Hunter, no good from downtown. Chowdhury.
And here's CTA coming the other way. I love the fact that they don't allow defenses to set up. They push the ball right off of defensive boards.
Big rebound. Dubinsky, no good. Edge coming out with it. Both teams struggling offensively, but for every struggling offense is a good defense, Elias.
And considering the fact that Edge doesn't have Quo Agua down low, they have managed to take away a lot of second chance opportunities. Here's the final seconds.
Yep. Spoon Hunter. Ooh, Allen Spoon Hunters went into his bag a couple of times here in Calgary. No good. But we got a 1 point game after 10 minutes, Elias.
Peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly.
To the break we go.
They said a league like ours wouldn't work. Too many others have tried and failed. But here we are. They said our league couldn't last. The talent isn't good enough. The country's too big. The crowds would be too small. It's so nice to prove people wrong. And it's because of you, a fan base committed, a country united, a passion inside us that drives us, unites us, excites us. A mixture of golds and blacks, blues and whites, greens and wheat, and all for one red leaf. A new history in the making. New heroes to be crowned, new banners to be raised. The time has now come, and it's yours for the taking. The hard work, the memories, the steals, the threes, the blocks and thunderous dunks. For all those who doubted, here we are, here you are. Rise up, Canada, and let the games begin.
We're back live in Calgary. A 1 point lead for the home squad Edge, who are wearing the black jerseys with gold trim. Chowdhury, no good. Spoon Hunter gets it back. He had himself a few highlight reel plays in that first quarter. Beal, pull up. Ooh, this is a good sign for Edge. When Tho Beal gets it going from range, you can see flashes from Malongo there. I mean, he's been dropping dimes in the early going, and then there he decides, I'm going to take it at the rim. And, you know, he was a half rotation away from going to the line for an and one, but he'll be shooting 2.
Really good at reading the cracks, finding holes in the defense, able to penetrate, find his guys. You'll find a lot of dump-off passes from him, but he can also get to the rack quite easily and absorb contact.
Don't know about that free throw stroke there, Elias. A lot of movement on that. A lot of herky-jerky at the line. Ooh, I like that from Spoon Hunter. Put the body into the defender, but could not finish. Transition game. Moon Reese. Yeah, that is an obvious charge. Just a little out of control. He and Luth Koulibaly found themselves in the same spot. That never results in anything good. And another one of the young dogs on this Edge squad, and I mean that in the most positive way possible. RJ Jock checking into the game.
Good communication there from Moonreath, quickly to Luth Koulibaly.
More great defense there from Koulibaly, tying up Jock on the drive. Spoon Hunter gets to the baseline. Nice reversal. Yeah, good shot from Tho Beal. Trying to save it off Spoon Hunter, but he takes it, drops it off. No good. Beal sent back. I think the foul's called on the follow through by Enoch Colombe. Edge just gutting it out right now with a 4-point lead. They've been able to throw enough CTA's way that they have not been able to get comfortable offensively. Free throws on both ends looking like there is a lot to be desired. So Beal getting up to throw it back.
And Beal knew before the game that this was going to be one of the best tests here for him, and he wanted to come out and show and prove.
Timeout on the floor. Buck 30 gone in the second quarter. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
By attending our camps, you will maximize on scholarship opportunities, perform in front of national scouts, and get a chance to learn from elite NBA skill trainer David Tyndale. Entering the showcase environment provides every camper an opportunity to measure their talent against elite prospects within the region. Top performers raise their stock and begin their recruitment process with exposure opportunities through national rankings, player mixtapes, and connecting families directly to college and university coaches. Regardless of age, gender, or talent level, developing professionalism and positive habits are vital for the success of all campers in life and in basketball. The Blueprint tackles academic eligibility, self-reflection, assessment, goal setting.
And here you have the stats for two leaders on these squads here. Moonreath on the left, Amir Rahimzad on the right. Moon's stats from last season, Amir so far after a 3-1 season. Both of these guys looking to go 2020. Moon has the option as a 2021 as well. Both will end up at the Division I level.
Just great to see that Moonreath is finally healthy. Been working through some nagging injuries. Look at Koulibaly, but again sent back. That time RJ Jock with the block.
And credit to Spoon Hunter in this game so far, man. He's affected a lot of plays in a very hockey assist type of way.
End-to-end action opening up a little bit now. Chowdhury pump fakes him, jumper. Chowdhury played here last year, but maybe the sight lines are getting to him a little bit. Has not been able to find his stroke. Kahir, kick out, Spoon Hunter. Probing the D. Nice ball movement. Beal, he's gonna have to get it up. CTA with another steal, transition game. Behind the back, kick out. There has been a lot of passes into the front row. If you're gonna make it out here to Edge School to catch a game, if you're local, be ready. Could be getting a pass in the shooting pocket sitting in the front row. As these teams trying to find their legs. And, you know, that's one of the battles of having a national schedule like this. Don't play for a little while. I know Edge was down in Vegas for the Tarkanian Classic, but this would be their first game of the new year.
And that's where they lost one of their best players right now to injury. Quoagua out with the meniscus tear and will look to make a full recovery. They got an awesome staff here. Helped get Amir Rahimzad back from a knee injury. And following this season, Quo will be looking down the JUCO route. Already has looks down in Florida.
Oh, Great look. Another nice find by Malongo. CTA just cannot find anybody who has the flow going here in the first half. Missing shot after shot, despite some great passes being put on a platter by their guards.
And not to make excuses here for CTA, a lot of people are not aware. They're going through a very tough time mentally. You know, they're dealing with almost a loss to one of their former teammates. Lual Lakat, unfortunately,
wrong place, wrong time.
You know, it was in the news in Ottawa yesterday. He was shot in the neck and is in critical condition in the hospital. We hope the best for him and his family.
The update is he is awake now. They are cautiously optimistic, and a number of the people involved in that incident went to Notre Dame High School in Ottawa, where CTA is based out of. So, and that news hit just the day before they get on a flight to open their NPA season. So getting on the floor might be a nice escape for them, but I know that they have been battling it, and I think it just shows how thin of a line it is between opportunity, which is what you get playing this great sport, and things just taking a different turn and a different pathway. You know, Tony House, one of the best people you could come across, coached Lual Lakat. And, you know, we all know Tony lost his father recently as well, which is why you see the initials on the warm-ups for CTA. And, yeah, I mean, it's easy to forget. You know, we get so involved in this game of basketball. How precious opportunity is to just be here on this earth. 5-point lead here for Edge, 6 minutes to go, in the first half.
I like the fact that Xavier Spencer's getting a lot of minutes. Seems like he's earned it in practice time. There we go, Amir getting a little more aggressive. This is we're seeing a different side of him now. He's averaging, I think, just over 8 rebounds a game this season, along with his 13 points.
Well, I'll tell you this. Joe Malongo hasn't hit a free throw in this game. He's 0 for 4 from the line. For all the positives I've seen from him, he needs to hit from the charity stripe.
Yeah, and that's not like him at all. Oh, wow. He's cold, and you can hear the bench. You can hear his own bench very shocked as well.
I know it's minus 17 out here, but just willed that one in. If he would have started 0 for 6 from the line, then it starts getting into your head a little bit.
Well, that's the difference in the game, right? With those free throws, the game is tied.
Yep. And I think that's what Coach House's message is going to be in the locker room.
If you can get to the line, that's one thing, but you got to make them.
Oh, Alan Spoonhunter, I think, is having one of those games right now. And it was in this very gym that he really broke out last year.
Yep, made a bunch of those threes off of Fofo dimes.
One of the things that's underrated at this age is the different sightlines you get in different gyms that you play. And again, another reason why I think the NPA really gets guys ready for the next level is that you have to deal with travel. You have to deal with different type of officiating in different provinces. You have to deal with different gyms. I mean, if you play not all, but majority of your games in one style of gym in your particular province, I mean, you really get used to that. And then when you go to a larger, say, in the U Sports or CCAA level, it takes you a long time to get used to it. Amir Rahimzad just dropped a ridiculously shiny dime there to push the lead up to 10.
And he has the potential to be that guy that attracts double coverage, attracts attention, and then, you know, has the passing vision and the touch to make those kind of passes.
CTA just ice cold from range right now. Sent back by Koulibaly. CTA on the run. I think this is where they need to get it going, is in the open floor. They're just too herky-jerky right now. And you can hear Edge wants to push because they got CTA just trying to figure out an answer right now. And I think that's Coach House down there is trying to find a combination. He's just trying to find somebody to hit a shot.
And credit the Edge defense. This is the slowest start that CTA has had all season. Oh, boy.
Yeah. At the same time, you just, Malongo, open floor. Yeah, we've seen it time and time again. Refs are not going to bail you out by you jumping into defenders.
No,
I
for
see
sure.
it at every level now. This isn't the NBA. You're not getting all-star calls. Rahimzad working on Koulibaly. See, but that is what we were expecting going into Winnipeg. A little left-handed push hook from Rahimzad. If you can work that into your repertoire, you don't know what's coming at you if you're a defender.
Man, he is extremely skilled. He just needs to get more aggressive, and a big part of that is the psychological side. Here's Edge taking the timeout.
Teslock, Luke finally got the top off that rim on that end of the floor. 3:09 to go. We got ourselves a good basketball game, folks. We'll be back to Calgary.
All aspects necessary to become a professional on and off the court. By attending our camps, you will maximize on scholarship opportunities, perform in front of national scouts, and get a chance to learn from elite NBA skill trainer David Tyndale. Entering the showcase environment provides every camper an opportunity to measure their talent against elite prospects within the region. Top performers raise their stock and begin their recruitment process with exposure opportunities through national rankings, player mixtapes, and connecting families directly to college and university coaches. Regardless of age, gender, or talent level, developing professionalism and positive habits are vital for the success of all campers in life and in basketball. The Blueprint tackles academic eligibility, self-reflection, assessment, goal setting, and brand management. All aspects necessary to become a professional on and off the court.
Rep Circuit coming your way this summer, brought to you by North Pole Hoops. All right, so CTA trying to throw a wrench into the plans of the little press, but broken easily by Edge. Spoonhunter hasn't really tried it from range. He's been doing a lot of damage from in close, though. Reith, transition. Probing, kick out. Luke already hit one previously, no good that time. Calombe. Reith, cut off. Edge continuously using their length to cut off both the driving and passing lanes. They are executing their game plan to perfection right now, Elias.
They take away a lot of angles when everybody's stretched out, got their arms out on defense. And you got 3 or 4 guys right now for Edge who are really playing well and playing within their role. There's Amir on the step back off balance.
And this is it,
Don't need to force that, man.
But this is it. We saw North Star go 3-1 in their Winnipeg session. Calling that a charge. Rahimzad has consistently got himself in great position, drawing 2 charges so far in the game. But yeah, we talk about it consistently, right? That this is the opportunity for Edge to come out and win 4 games on their home floor, right? They will have one day later this week where they're playing 2 games on one day, and that's going to be tough for them.
So they got a chance to go 6-1 to start their season. They're 3-1 right now.
They would be playing 4 in the session.
Oh,
go
4
7-1.
Yep, potentially 7-1.
And then setting themselves up for an Ottawa session where
That's the big one.
They have a murderer's row of opponents in Ottawa, and it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in Ottawa when you have all 12 teams in one spot. And what I like more than anything, last year when we did that, it was early in the season. And Edge, I believe, went 1-3 and were lucky to come out with one win. This year, the Ottawa session where all 12 teams are there is just a month away from Nationals, giving us a great preview for Nationals. And we should come out of that session really knowing the matchups for NPA Nationals at Humber North campus at the end of March.
Yep. And right now I'm looking at Edge and I'm considering them a contender. These two teams on the floor are a contender. There's one other one that we cannot forget about. Toronto Basketball Academy is playing out of their mind right now. They got a star-studded starting lineup. Jashawn Downey, one of the leaders in the league right now, and Halifax and Nova Scotia as a whole really putting on in this league.
And I will give you one more. Rothsay Netherwood School. Another contender. You know, we break this league down, the 12 teams, break them into tiers of 3. Those top 4 really are the ones that I'm looking at as national championship contenders. Hey, but any given day, especially in single elimination at NPA Nationals, anything can happen. And there are teams that are willing and able to upset one of the favorites. A 10-point lead right now for Edge, taking care of business on their home floor against CTA. Some really good defense there, but foul called in the paint.
Hey, see direct.
Both teams doing a pretty good job of staying out of foul trouble.
Knock down Spoon. Legs. Keep your chin level. Keep your chin level. Oh yeah, here. Tall, for sure. That's 15 foul, right? Yeah. Mid-front.
Just as I mentioned, staying out of team foul trouble, there was a incorrect number on the scoreboard, and Edge will be shooting the rest of the way. Spoon Hunter does not miss. Checking in for CTA, Luth Kulabale. Edge now showing a little bit of pressure. Nice bounce pass. Maybe that will be the play that gets CTA going. Nice passing results in a Kulabale basket and the bump. But CTA got to hit their free throws. Spoon Hunter. Yep. Lots of contact down low. He'll go to the line once again. Spoon has really been playing within himself in this first half, and maybe, you know, it's being on the comfortable floor. Maybe it's just the maturity coming with being a senior right now.
One of the biggest challenges for Edge at the start of this season was figuring out how they're going to get all this talent to click. There's no doubt about it. You can go 8 deep, right? You can go 8, maybe even 9 deep. But how do you get everyone to leave their egos at the door and come to practice and battle? I mean, you got national team level kids on this squad, international level guys.
Yeah, and I mean, they're getting looked at by some high-level post-secondary schools, and, you know, kind of changes the way you play a little bit, changes the way your teammates play a little bit as well. So working your way through that, and then, you know, having a leader step up.
Ooh, Dubinsky.
Yeah, I mean,
let's go.
And he's a guy who can bring you that energy, that change of pace. And he was trying, he almost dove into our broadcast table to try to save that one.
Man, he's one of the hardest workers I've ever seen. He consistently changes up his game, evolves, adds to it. And you know what? I've seen him a lot with the Ottawa club programs, and he's been the guy who's pushed them over the top. They've beat a lot of big box brand name AAU programs.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those guys. Every team needs those guys who bring the energy, who can change the game with a shot, a draw, a charge. You know, just getting guys going from the bench. This could be a 5-second. Ooh, saved. Gahir now. 40 seconds left in the first half. Good steal. Transition game now, Tutu. Smart move, and Tutu finished.
And I think Edge can feel the momentum switching here.
They want to get into the locker room at halftime right now.
Pressure is on.
Yep. Off the side of the backboard, these are the things that happen. Transition game, oh, that would have been everything for CTA. That would have cut it down to 3, a one-possession game heading into the half. Instead, Edge has a chance. And a travel.
3.5 left here on the clock, a final opportunity to cut down this lead for CTA. And look, one guy has checked into the game who's changed it all up. It's Wilson Dubinsky.
3 seconds to go. Chowdhury. No good, a 5-point lead for Edge. That could easily be tied heading into the break, but a 10-minute halftime and we'll be back.
Seasons. Almost 300 games.
The National Preparatory Association started 4 years ago, born by the desire of basketball coaches, many of which were outside of Southern Ontario, to provide a different option than traditional high school competition for elite-level basketball talent. The goal was simple: create a platform for Canadian student athletes to give them the best opportunity to earn scholarships for post-secondary education through the game of basketball. Since then, the NPA has grown to provide the best basketball exposure available at the high school level anywhere in the world. We do this by live streaming 90% of the league's nearly 100 games on our North Pole Hoops YouTube channel, ensuring high-level competition in front of post-secondary coaches from across North America, providing game-by-game statistics on every player in the league on our industry-leading website, npacanada.com, creating individual profiles for all of the league's players on Canada's top college recruitment site, northpolehoops.com, while sharing it all through the social media reach of NPH's multiple platforms. By doing all of this at the highest level, we believe that we can keep the majority of Canada's basketball talent here on home soil, and ideally in their own city or province.
Last 2 years I played at prep schools in the US, and I'm just really happy to be back in Canada and to have this opportunity to play in the NPA. It really means everything to help push Canadian basketball forward.
I love the NPA because it's given me an opportunity to showcase my skills and talents in front of many coaches across the country.
Teams from New Brunswick don't usually get the exposure you would, but the NPA provides that, and just the competition is great.
It's a national scene. You're not playing guys in Ontario only or only in your city. You get to travel all over Canada, places you've never been before.
Each team had a different style of play, and that was something you had to prepare for every single game. They really helped to prepare us for our basketball career. It's not just me, it's my whole team.
Y'all are doing a great job of just exposing some of the underrated talent. It's a great spotlight, right? I think it's the best league in Canada.
It's given us a platform from Western Canada and the prairies especially to showcase that we do have talent that stacks up with the best talent in the country.
I really love the fact that I get to be proud of my school, of my team, of my guys, and put them on a national stage, which is what the NPA allows us to do.
It's come a long way just because everybody's on the same page, from the executive right down to the coaches and the players. I think it really is a family.
We are making history every season through a shared vision, common goals, professional leadership, and a league-wide constitution enforced by a board comprised of coaches from the league's original teams. Nearly 100 NPA alumni are following their dreams through the NCAA, U Sports, CCAA, or JUCO routes. Our new goal is strategic growth with long-term partners willing to help our team continue to blaze a new trail in Canadian basketball, showing our student athletes that what they need to succeed is right here in Canada.
The North Pole Hoops Blueprint is a multi-layered system for Canadian basketball talent to maximize their potential from grade 5 all the way to the NBA. NPH works in partnership with the community, including the national provincial governing bodies, as well as club programs to maximize scholarship opportunities. The NPH Showcase Circuit is your opportunity to learn the blueprint while joining the NPH family. Starting with our foundation, that is the Junior NPH Showcase Circuit. This level caters to elementary school student athletes in graduation to the high school tier. As a camper, you will have the opportunity to enter the NPH national rankings, where player profiles are created acting as an online resume. This database is directly connected to a network of over 150 prep and post-secondary programs. By attending our camps, you will maximize on scholarship opportunities, perform in front of national scouts, and get a chance to learn from elite NBA skill trainer David Tyndale. Entering the showcase environment provides every camper an opportunity to measure their talent against elite prospects within the region. Top performers raise their stock and begin their recruitment process with exposure opportunities through national rankings, player mixtapes, and connecting families directly to college and university coaches. Regardless of age, gender, or talent level, developing professionalism and positive habits are vital for the success of all campers in life and in basketball. The blueprint tackles academic eligibility, self-reflection, assessment, goal setting, and brand management, all aspects necessary to become a professional on and off the court. The NPH Showcase Circuit takes place from April to December in a player-focused environment, while the Canadian National Invitational Tournament in July brings a team-focused evaluation platform. The CNIT brings 100-plus top-tier clubs from around the world to compete for the national crown. Student athletes continue their journey to the next level as North Pole Hoops invites the network of prep and post-secondary programs to evaluate talent live and direct. As the summer comes to a close, high school season remains a lasting component to a student athlete's pathway. Players who thrive in high school are recruited by prep programs to continue pursuing the next level in a competitive environment. At this stage, North Pole Hoops has identified Canada's top prospects from coast to coast, placing them at programs within the National Preparatory Association. Founded in 2016, this league is quickly emerging as a global destination for the world's elite basketball prospects. Utilizing the exposure arm of North Pole Hoops, comprised of digital marketing, live broadcast, and scouting, NPH acts as a media and marketing partner for the NPA to maximize exposure for our student athletes, helping them gain scholarship opportunities, our ultimate measure of success. Climb the ladder to the next level by joining the North Pole Hoops family and enter the blueprint.
Who will be crowned national champion?
And Jacoby's going to try to measure this one up, looking for a made-to-measure suit.
Fourth quarter of action is brought to you by Indochino, where right now, using promo code HOOPS, you can get a custom-made, made-to-measure suit. And a number of our coaches get fitted up, 10 showrooms across Canada, 6 of them where we have teams in the NPA. match made in heaven, Indochino and the NPA.
Indochino, the national sponsor of the NPA. We are excited to have you as a sponsor. We're excited for what you're doing and what your brand brings to our league. The prestige of your brand, the prestige of our league from coast to coast.
The guys at Indochino were amazing when I got fitted. I can't thank you guys enough.
Indochino making me look good. That's all I gotta say. It's not always an easy task. Very grateful that you guys are taking care of me and having me look a little bit better.
I really thank you for putting the time in and believing in what we're doing with the young men and just, again, establishing ourselves in not only the basketball community, but the community that we live in.
Thank you, Indochino.
Good table, ready?
Well, second half about to get underway. So it's very interesting to see the two ways you could have looked at this. CTA looking at it like, man, we should be tied. Just hit some free throws and be tied at 31. But at the same time, man, we could be down by 20 the way we're shooting the ball right now. While Edge is looking at it saying, glad we're up 5. But man, we could be up 15.
Yep, the tale of two stories. Depends how you look at it.
Yep. The same starting 5 back on the floor for Edge and CTA. No, actually, Teslock Luke in the starting lineup right now. I believe he came off the bench in the beginning of the game. Gahir has had to launch a couple of times late in the shot clock, not to his fault. I will tell you this, though. Gahir played so well in Winnipeg, I'm pretty sure CTA scouted him and said, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah, you don't want to give him too much space to set up offenses. He's a guy who play the point really well. That's out of bounds, hitting the shot clock. Unfortunate and off the mark for CTA. Now they got the full court press. They started with a 3-quarter in the first half. They're going full court now. They're going to apply pressure in the corners and before and after half.
But again, Edge has consistently been able to get around anything in the full court. But I mean, at the same time, you know, CTA is more or less showing it and pulling back.
Yep.
But it works when Edge hasn't gotten past the perimeter with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. So far what CTA is doing a minute into this third quarter is working.
Wow.
Yeah. Malongo has done a lot of great things. He just has not been able to finish at the rim. But that little stop and go. It's so interesting to see session to session. You know, this is what we were expecting from Amir Rahimzad in games 1 and 2 in Winnipeg.
I think the best is yet to come from the kid. Just turned 18. I know his body suggests that he's like a 19 or 20-year-old.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, we had CTV News out here earlier today doing a story on Edge and on
That's an easy one.
Amir Rahimzad, and yeah, I mean, I feel like he'd been in this country for 4 years, but you know, he just came over here when he was 16.
Yep. Still adapting. Still learning the language. I mean, he's pretty fluent in English, but you know, you could tell the accent is obviously still there, and he was born and raised in Iran, so that's not going to go anywhere. Still got home in him.
Man, I remember talking to him year 1, and what a huge growth we've seen in him, both as a player, as a person, like you were saying, just with language as well. CTA just leaving points all over the charity stripe right now. Well, when we see these stats kicked back out, it'll be interesting to see the percentages, and I'm sure Coach House is going to be able to point that out to his squad. CTA will actually have an off day here tomorrow and be able to see some of Calgary get out to Banff, which they did not get to experience last time out in Calgary.
A little warmer this time around, too.
Tomorrow, we're supposed to have some Chinook winds come down and warm things up a little bit. Meteorologist Jason Tom will have that after the break.
Spoon Hunter again making the defensive effort to affect the play for CTA, getting a deflection on that one.
Yeah.
Spoon's been awesome in this game.
Yeah, very impressed, both ends of the floor. Luke tried to sell that foul, but that was clean.
I will be 100% sold on Spoon if he can continue this into Ottawa.
And it's consistency.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
At the next level, that's what they demand. It's consistency.
It's the difference between a D1 player and a non-D1 player. Another charge, but this time it's CTA stepping in? Or is that an AM1?
No, it's a foul.
Yeah, called on Reith. Xavier Spencer getting himself on the board. Opportunity to push this lead to 10. Called the foul on the arm. Battle. Jump ball. Both these teams, showing a lot of respect for each other, but at the same time, you can see those competitive juices starting to flow right now. Spoon Hunter, the smaller Chowdhury on him. Oh, Thobeal. I know.
I want to see him rock the rim on that.
Because he was well above the rim. Chowdhury down low, throwing it up, no good from Koulibaly.
And everything within 5 feet for CTA right now is just not going their way. Those are normally extremely high percentage shots for them.
Beal. No good. CTA getting out in the open floor. Chowdhury going 1-on-3, gets the whistle.
Stop the clock, get some buckets. That's the game plan coming into this second half here for CTA.
It's an 11-point lead here, 7:14 to go. Free throw is good from Chowdhury. That's the guy you want on the line if you're struggling, which CTA has been struggling from the free throw line. Chowdhury gets the roll on the second. Checking back into the game is Galdo Tutu. Representing the Tutus of Windsor. There's the trap, gets out of it. Rahimzad. Spoon Hunter. Spencer now. Airballed the one in the first half. It's been a little shyer on the trigger since then. Koulibaly just swallowing up the rebound. CTA pushing. Tutu gets to the baseline. Nice drop off to Malongo. CTA just needs to see a couple of easy ones get through the rim. They're still sitting here at just 30 points. Got to give Edge credit for that. Jumper, no good. Beal there for the rebound. Spencer there. Put back. CTA just getting beat on the glass. And a turnover. Alan Spoon Hunter having himself a game here in Calgary. Tippett, no good. Malongo, active. Put back. Hey, if there's one guy who's been consistently giving it his all out there, it is Joe Malongo.
And the keys to finish this game here for Edge is to not settle, not be okay with this slight lead. This is a team in CTA that's going to battle right down to the wire. And Edge playing deep has the luxury to go into their bench and give a guy like RJ Jock and young guys like Xavier Spencer some minutes.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Huffman has no problem going deep into his bench, a luxury they didn't really have last season.
And it's pivotal for them looking ahead. You look down to the Ottawa session and then into nationals, and having these guys play against big teams like CTA is going to be crucial from an experience standpoint, so that when they come into nationals, they've had some reps and they know what's coming at them.
Malongo has Gahir on him. Chowdhury has not been able to get used to the sight lines here in Calgary. Chowdhury misfiring. Double-digit lead for the home squad. Coulibaly goes up strong. That's what you want to see off a guy like Luth Coulibaly.
And he's quite able to just throw that down as well. There was a little bit of a pump there. He needed it to get around the defender. But man, when he wants to get vicious with that rim, it could be a real problem. You can really see him end up in the Patriot League, man, making a big difference.
Jock back up to Spoonhunter, just 4 on the shot clock. Spoonhunter has to force it. No good. Yeah, I think both players were getting in on that. Foul called on CTA. Spencer. Gahir. Basket and the bump. He gets hacked by Teslock Luke. The Edge bench feeling it right now. They were sitting here waiting for CTA to arrive for this big game, the first of the entire session. This is what you face at the next level, man. Block on Rahimzad. That could have been his 3rd drawn charge. Midway point here of the 3rd quarter.
Appreciate the explanation there from the official. Rahimzad had the call going his way and last second turned his hips. He's already taken 2 in this game.
I was about to say, yeah, it could have been a hat trick right there. It's one of the things you see with these teams from the West. They've almost made an art form out of drawing the charge, the pass charge, another one that they are specialists at. Up top, ill-advised pass.
And read by the defense, read early.
Malongo. See, another attempt at a charge, but it's just out of bounds.
And Luth's got to be careful, and he's got to read his guards a little bit better. He's bringing his man into an area that they're trying to attack and really closing the defense.
Edge has been able to build on their 5-point halftime lead here, continually getting it done defensively as CTA continues to struggle. It's going to stay the way of Edge. Shot clock resets to 14, 4:36 to go.
Like the aggression there from Callum. Looking to get one over the shoulder, just a little bit rushed.
Again, we got 9 sessions coming at you from Calgary over the next 3.5 days. Set back, Luth Coulibaly.
That's the rookie and the vet.
Holding down the set.
One may say.
Alan Spoonhunter has been so important to this team in this game. And we knew with Ade Falar and Adedigan moving on to the NCAA, someone was going to need to step up and be that leader. I think Alan Spoonhunter is that guy. And I set him up, and he came through with an air ball. Foul called in transition. You know, one thing I continue to enjoy seeing
sportsmanship
in the NPA.
I knew you were going there.
You know, and I think, and obviously I see it from a different level, administrating this league, but you know, I see the buy-in that it takes to make a national league like this work. And we see it behind the scenes with the programs and the head coaches and the directors of basketball operations for all these programs and the schools themselves. But to see it then translate to the floor makes me very, very proud of what we're doing here.
Spoon again on the drop-off. Good look.
Koulibaly actually got caught up on the rim trying to jump up for that. Easy foul call. And you see Swanton Rogers kind of consistently making those kind of youth mistakes that, you're just going to have to grow with if you're Coach Huffman.
And Koulibaly can get a lot of those possessions going his way just based off how he positions himself and where he positions himself, beating his guys to spots, sealing and making guys go over his back.
Again, free throws. I mean, there's been a lot of things that went wrong for CTA in this game, but I think that's the biggest one when you get to the end of this.
I think they're shooting like 20% from the line.
Definitely haven't seen anybody hit 2. I know I've seen one guy miss 5 in a row.
And you can't really, like, if you're a coach, you can't really rip them for that. Like, it's just not like them. Like, this doesn't happen often for them. What can you really say?
Yeah.
Make your free throws. Sure, coach.
But that's where you can make a difference. Boxing out and rebounding. Guess who it is? Wilson Dubinsky.
The glue guy.
Chowdhury needs to hit a shot. And Tony House cheering on his shooter, saying, come on, we need you. And look, leads down to 4.
Just like that. We talked about this is going to be a battle all the way to the end.
And a shutout to Indochino, our second-year partnership with Indo. I'm feeling suited and booted right now in the Indochino threads, and they will once again be suiting up all of our head coaches and our award winners. Promo code HOOPS gets you a custom-made suit at a special price. If you haven't enjoyed the Indochino experience, we have enjoyed that experience in a number of cities that we have visited. We have one here in Calgary as well. In Winnipeg, it was the same thing. An opportunity out there to go see one of the newer stores that opened up.
And pretty much my entire holiday attire was Indochino. Had some forest green, some seasonal colors in the mix. Some patterned red.
I'll let you talk about that just so we don't have to talk about missed free throws anymore. Oh, nice pass, Dubinsky. Big time shot, Wilson Dubinsky. He's been the difference maker for CTA in this game. And there's the steal. Chowdhury pushing it up.
Strong
CTA has their first lead of the game. And who's been the X factor? Not all these names we talked about off the beginning. It's been Wilson Dubinsky off the bench. And a steal. And here's somebody who've not been able to affect the game enough. Colombe has been dead silent. Oh, nice attempt, but picked off by Theo Beal. Beal pull-up 3.
If you start settling for those type of shots, if you're edge, you are going to lose this game.
I don't think that's the shot you want from Theo Beal.
Getting a little excited.
And now he has his hands on his knees on D. Yeah, you attack that when you see that.
Oh, good play there. Good play by Enoch. Got him on the pump fake, passed it off, made the cut.
But it's the little things, and that's the basketball IQ stuff I'm looking for. Theo Beal puts his hands on his knees for a second.
You bite.
Yeah, Colombe goes right out. He passed it off, but went right to the hole and gets himself to the line to shoot 2.
And that's the difference between guys who have that vulture attack at all times mentality and guys who sag off.
I'm not going to say it.
I mean, they're looking really frustrated with themselves. Not much you can say. Look, he almost shot inside the free throw line, man.
Hey, at this point, the way they're shooting free throws, you're going to take every advantage you can.
Oh, boy.
I do not look forward to seeing these numbers being spit out by Huddle, which you'll be able to find as the session progresses thanks to our crew back home in Toronto. That's a big-time play by Ben Gilbert.
Shout out to our lead statistician, Mr. Efe.
Efe Ashaka, one of the young bucks we're bringing up in sports administration levels. Shout out Macias Mikery as well.
Man, it's really awesome. Like, I've been in this industry for 12 years now, and I think one of the coolest things that's happening is the amount of jobs that are opening up.
I don't mean to cut you off, but there hasn't been an industry, Elias. The industry is being built right now.
Yeah, it's taken a lot of time, and it's still going to take a lot of time.
A lot of people want to work in basketball before realizing that there really is no work in basketball in Canada outside of just being a coach.
It's sacrifice first, man. Yep. That's the name of the game. It's sacrifice first, build a reputation, build experience. You can't just come out of college and say, hey, pay me.
Spoon Hunter just short on the jumper. Nice move by Chowdhury. Chowdhury, no look time! Luth Coulibaly! Throw it down, big man. I think they felt that in Banff.
Tied up at 48. This is getting to be a good one.
This is what we expected. It just took a half. Just took a half to get things going. Whoa, with the answer. Dobeel from downtown as we go back and forth. 3-point lead for Edge. Chowdhury. Oh, no whistle. Putback is good. 2-2. It's amazing what momentum can do for a team. Look at CTA. It's like a totally different squad right now. Beal. So Beal. Feeling it.
He's looking to take over
downtown.
right now. And his partner in crime, Quo Agua, sitting in crutches on the sideline, but very happy at what he's seeing from his guy.
Final shot. An answer from Ankit Chowdhury. This is why we came to Calgary, E.
What, for a shootout? 54-53. End of the quarter here.
Oh, Thobeal thought he had it. A 1-point game through 3 quarters. Tell your friends, tune in. We got a game live from Edge School in Calgary, Alberta. Oh, Jacoby Neath!
Thousands of kilometers over 8 provinces,
He tried to send that one to Banff.
making Canadian basketball history.
History has been made.
Nearly 100 alumni are now playing at the post-secondary level. Some will see their dreams come true. And all of our former players will forever be part of the NPA family.
Oh, killing time. Alan Spoon Hunters cooking up a show. Jordan Prasad putting the NPA on notice.
Now, new names will emerge
Setting the NPA on fire.
with the same passion of those that came before them. And to them we say, next man up. 3 seasons. Almost 300 games.
Oh, Jacoby Neath!
Thousands of kilometers over 8 provinces,
He tried to send that one to Banff.
making Canadian basketball history.
History has been made.
Nearly 100 alumni are now playing at the post-secondary level. Some will see their dreams come true. And all of our former players will forever be part of it.
You missed a three-ball miss from Luth Coulibaly, followed up by another 3-ball miss, Teslock Luke. 1-point lead for Edge thanks to Thobeal having himself a quarter. He's got the rock. Columbe up on him. Good defense. Don't like this Thobeal trying to draw a foul on every jumper that he misses. And I'm glad the refs aren't biting. You want to see someone who's eating it up, just tearing apart the rim, taking a bite out of it? It's Luth Coulibaly. He's a monster down low.
And Tony told me before the session had begun and before they even arrived here in Alberta that Luth was coming for heads. He's been hungry to play. He's been hungry to get back from this injury. And Coach Huffman's about to reload and bring some reinforcements back in. Amir Rahimzad probably going to match up against Coulibaly. They've seen enough.
Man, Moon Reith just not feeling it right now. I know he's one of the guys out there who's playing with pretty heavy heart right now. With some terrible news happening back in Ottawa. I think you can really see that on the floor right now. Getting after it. Look at the battle. Matthew Bryant probably could have get called for an over the back. Battling on the floor.
8 minutes and 38 seconds to go here.
Things getting a little heated. I like that the officials allowed a little something to go there. Guys just getting after it on the floor. You don't want to see a tech change the flow of this game with 8:38 left. 1 point game.
Battle of the heavyweights. Edge and CTA in Calgary, Alberta. A block by Luth Coulibaly that time. Trying to take advantage in transition. A lot of ISO basketball going on from Tho Beal. He's gotta read the floor now, calm things down, get the team back in rhythm. You'll have some of your guys mentally check out if you get into this ISO matchup a little too much. And Coach Huffman giving instruction. The youngster Callum Swanton Roger fouling out.
Moon Reith, he's got to get something going. Short arms it. CTA gonna have to get it done without him. Big rebound, Luth Coulibaly. Just swallowing things up. Transition. Good foul by Spoon Hunter.
I mean, CTA's getting to the line. This is where they got to convert. They got to lead. They got to build it at the line here. Malongo's been able to get to the line before. Free throws have been the issue. Let's see if it'll change with this momentum gain.
I'm not going to say anything.
You said something, though. You said something because the energy in the room knows what you're talking about here. Will Malongo make the next one? Who knows? Look away.
Of course, pure. Didn't even hit the rim.
4-point game now.
Yeah, Spoon Hunter had that going in the first half, but ran out of room there. Chowdhury, no good. Rebound almost goes away as CTA. Edge comes out with it. Rahimzad bringing it up, drops it off. Beal back up top. Gahir, 14 on the shot clock. Asking for the screen. Gahir, spin move. A bit of a late whistle, but it was a foul. Just about 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. I have a feeling that late in this game it's still going to be tight.
We'll see what happens here. CTA's, the press has been on. They've been closing the gaps on defense. Shots are starting to fall. Free throws still 50-50, but I mean this could be a monster win for them coming from behind on Edge's home floor.
Ooh, tough pass to make. Yeah, and it's just seeing Malongo and Reith try to get on the same page. Just asking Reith to come to the ball a little bit more. He's being pushed to the sideline, running out of options here.
And in the crunch, I want the ball in Malongo's hands, man. He can handle the pressure. He can create his offense. Good help side D that time.
Yep.
Creating a tough shot, tough angle for Tho. The intangibles on Serge, man. He's going to make a really good Division I guard.
Well, 3.5 gone almost in this fourth quarter. It's tense in here, isn't it? Stay tuned. We'll be back.
Chino to me is a million guys getting a million suits, and each one is different. I think the value is the quality is undeniable in terms of the suit that you'll get, and the fabric and style selection is second to none.
I think when someone puts on a suit, they take on almost a different personality, and they feel comfortable in their skin and who they are, and they feel good. Doesn't matter where you're going, what event you're going to, but everyone feels good in a suit.
I think a lot of what we do is kind of going against the grain, so to speak. Bespoke, made to measure, custom was traditionally only in store. We were the first to bring it online, and as we went through that journey, we really felt that in order to connect with the consumer, we needed to give them true options, really provide a service and an engaging experience that customers would enjoy and remember.
Sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Drew Green. Hope you're tuning in from wherever you are. Globetrotting, spreading that Indochino brand, just like Tho Beal is spreading the love from downtown. The bench is up for Edge. They're down, or sorry, they're back up one right now. Tho Beal lighting it up from range.
And Edge opting to go into a zone here. CTA in the overload.
Ooh, that looked good coming off the fingertips, but rattles out. Gahir pushing back the other way. Nice look into the corner. Spoon Hunter, pull-up jumper. Cash money. I like that mid-range game from Spoon Hunter. Hasn't had it going from behind the arc, so pull it in a little bit, get a little DeRozan game going. Malongo fires it back out. That is a tough shot to take.
Especially after passing up on the first one. He had an open look there, just hesitated.
I think Malongo caught that ball too low to be able to really get it going in the shooting pocket. But to get it right back. 3-point game right now. CTA down. Yeah, he is really forcing it. Colombe is just not playing his game right now.
And you look to the bench right now, and Tony House is looking to pull him out right away. Dubinsky off the bench has been huge for CTA in this game. You can say he's the one who brought them back and gave them the lead.
Just creeping up on the midway point of this fourth quarter. Reith fires out. Malongo, nice footwork, but just coughs it up. Right back the way of CTA. Yeah, get something good. You got a brand new shot clock on that turnover. Make sure you get something good out of this.
And something's up with Enoch, man. His legs don't look in it. Like, he looks like he's still jet lagged.
Jumper, no good.
What are these shots from CTA, man? This is very uncharacteristic of him.
Spoon Hunter, nice stop and go and nice finish. His work around the rim has been very impressive. Big rebound, Rahimzad. Yeah, foul down low.
And Rahimzad selling it a little bit.
Yeah, Colombe's body language is not positive right now. So, bring in your X Factor, who's been Wilson Dubinsky in this game. None of the positives for CTA would have occurred in this game if it wasn't for Wilson Dubinsky.
Agree with you on that one.
Ooh. Wow. Alan Spoon Hunter, who has not had his range in this game, pull up, ice cold three, push the lead back up to 8.
And U Sports coaches are already all over him. Rightfully so.
I mean, if he can get the consistency going, I know he can get some interest south of the border, which is his goal. But imagine him at the U Sports level. He could do some special stuff. Transition. Good battle back here. Good foul. Good foul, Ben Gilbert.
Big Dub Dubinsky picking up the steal.
.330 to go, an 8-point game, Edge in the lead.
Dubinsky gets it to go. Six-point game here in favor of the home team, Edge.
No, that's short, but rebound right into the lap.
And a rare mistake from Dubinsky there, not getting in position to box out, not getting in position to seal. Outside of that, he's had a near perfect game. Rahimzad, tough take, tough finish. Going against 2020 Luth Coulibaly, both of them graduating this year.
Yeah, not going to get bailed out with a whistle there.
CTA is going to look back at this game, win or lose, and they're going to be talking about shot selection. That's really been the issue for them.
Oh, stick back jam, Sobel. The lead's up to 10. Edge put an exclamation point on this game.
We've had some heavy hitting highlights in this one.
Highlight reel set ablaze right now. Now Beal gets to the baseline. Kick out, good ball movement. Extra passing. Amir Rahimzad from the land beyond. The lead's at 13.
This is a well-organized team, man. They're moving
Beal
like a machine.
getting after it. Lots of contact. They're just letting them play. Jump ball called. This is the type of basketball we expected between these two squads. .147 to go here. What a great game to kick things off here in Calgary.
Can you take the timeouts down to 2 each? Coach, you lose a timeout, right? Under 2? Yeah, you still got 2.
I got 3.
You get 3, you lost one.
I like that communication with the officials, making sure the coaches understand.
These officials have been terrific. Great way to kick off the session here in Calgary.
Dubinsky.
I thought we were looking at another putback there.
Yep. These teams setting the tone early in this session. Beal.
It's over. It's over.
Welcome to the NPA, Beal. And who's that? Amir Rahimzad.
Third charge of the game for Rahimzad. That's what putting your body on the line means. Team first guy right there. 6'8", class of 2020, uncommitted, Amir Rahimzad. And love the energy here from Spoon. And again, if we can see some consistency going into this next session in Ottawa, I'm all in. I'm all in, Spoon.
To me, what was missing last season was the mental game. And we talk about it all the time. He misses the free throw.
Walked away too early there.
You can't see in the position that he's playing. You need to hit all your free throws. Missing 2 of them.
CTA really dirtied up that rim with their free throw shooting. It looks contagious.
Yeah. Dubinsky's going to launch.
And that'll do it.
A 16-point lead for Edge on their home floor. Spoon Hunter driving, no good. Considering Edge lost their leading rebounder and I believe leading scorer after the Winnipeg session in Coagua, they have come out and shown what they can do. Again, extenuating circumstances on both sides here. Edge, home cooking, home floor. CTA getting off an early morning flight, having to get things together, playing with a heavy heart out there. Oh, that was heavy. Look at Rahimzad skying, but yeah, and then fouls.
I don't mind that foul. I don't mind that foul. Sometimes you got to muck it up. If you're going to foul a guy, you better make sure he's not scoring. You don't go with the intent to hurt, but you make sure that ball's not going in.
You see in the corner there.
Say what now?
I was trying to jump in there for about 5 minutes. North Star Preparatory Institute in the corner of the gym, ready for game number 2, which will be happening at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. back east will be North Star versus GTA Prep. As we'll be seeing GTA Prep on the live stream for the first time in this season. They've dropped 2 tough contests back home in our ever difficult Southern Ontario matchups.
And if they feel as jet lagged as I do, man, it's going to be a tough game for them.
Oh! No! So Beal! I thought the highlight reel was already singed. But he continues to get it done, a little crossover drive to the jam. Well, we've said consistently throughout this season, next man up, and right now that next man is Stowe Beal. Well, I think this game delivered, Elias. A little slow to start.
No shortage of excitement, man.
Hey, CTA battling all the way to the end.
You know what, man? I'll be honest with you, Jay. CTA needed this loss. They needed this loss. They're 14-1 on the season. This is their first NPA game of the season for them. It's all been tournaments and exhibition. To lose to another potential contender, this is going to be good for them. But on the other hand, I feel sorry for the next team that has to play them.
And they will get 2 more in this session, will CTA. Playing both North Star and GTA Prep tomorrow. They will have, or sorry, not tomorrow. I believe on Sunday they'll have GTA Prep. And CTA will see the final seconds roll off the clock. A 15-point win for Edge School on their home floor. The first of 2 matchups between these teams this season. And I am sure CTA has already circled the next date on their calendar at home in Ottawa between these 2 squads. But hey, that was an outstanding game to start our session. We'll be back in about 20 minutes. GTA Prep versus North Star. You got Winnipeg and Brampton hooking up in Calgary.